if you're on to play, Smash vs. Vampires is okay, but other than that, the only things you really want to play versus Escape Shift, which feels way, way too narrow to me, but I've saw um, quite a few streamers playing it. Not only have I saw the streamers playing it, I've gotten paired versus it several times recently. Like, probably in my last 25 matches, I probably got paired versus it 5 times, which is not the greatest number in the world, but basically I'm just curious why there's a resurgence, or if it's just people being wild. I imagine it's people just being wild, and I expect to get destroyed today, but I hope I'm wrong, and there's an MOCS in the morning, and right now it's between Golus, or whatever it's called, Scape Shift, normal Bant Scape Shift, and Vampires, or Sleeping In. And considering I don't really want to play any of those 3 decks, that means I'm leaning heavily towards Sleeping In, but it is, according to the schedule, the last standard MOCS of the year, so like skipping it seems silly to me as well, so I'm fairly torn. And I'm just hoping I like this deck enough to play it. But we're going to jump into the matches, and we're going to see if my presumptions are right, even though obviously with a 5-match sample size, you can't actually determine that. Sam, I am more likely to lock in staying in bed and not getting up than I am to play this deck, but I hope I'm wrong. Hey, cool! Mono red right off the get-go. Don't I lose to this deck? I'm pretty sure that I'm not very good versus mono red, but I could be wrong. I've not played mono blue much since the PT that Autumn Lily won, and I was generally on the red side back then, and I considered it a buy. Yeah, there is 4 of the new Drakes in the sideboard. A couple Effergus, so maybe the post-board games are better? Pretty sure I'm just going to throw this away here. Yeah, I imagine the Cutthroat's not going to impress me either. To be completely honest, I forget where I even saw this list at. Like, I'm sitting here trying to remember where I saw this list, and I literally cannot remember it. Hmm. Oh, you played mono blue for that, or you played red? How'd you do, by the way? In that I played Bantscape Shift and got paired versus way too many Nexus decks. I'm pretty tempted to block here. I probably shouldn't since I have double dive down and opt. Watching live PD? What's PD? I'm not sure what live PD is. The Chandra 6 is a feisty little thing. Are they tapping for 3 mana? Is this just Wizard's Lightning? The iron price of Wizard's Lightning? I feel good when they pay the iron price of something and it doesn't matter. Hey, Sean, what's up, my friendo? Yeah, Wizard's Lightning and another dive down. We will get through this together. I think if I do get up tomorrow, as of right now, I would just be on the vampire train. I really just don't want to play vampires. Cops, but alive. That's interesting. Alright, it's time to draw a relevant spell. Awesome. Island number 8 that we've saw in 14 cards. That'll always be the relevant spell. Red Rover, no experimental frenzy, please. This is going a lot better than I expected based on their start. Oh, that's what we call a spell. Oh my. I like how on like turn 1 I was so sure we were going to lose, and on turn 2 I was so sure we were going to lose, and then all of a sudden this card that I made fun of is doing work. Maybe I'm just that out of touch with Standard. I definitely find it one of the more strange Standards I've played. The last time I played Mono Blue, I literally just got paired versus shifting Ceratops after shifting Ceratops after shifting Ceratops, and I died every game on like turn 6. And it felt like I had no outs. They only have one card in their hand, so... Hey, we won a game! Yay! Surprise! Dive down still good in these decks. In multiples. Alright, so... Definitely think these friends are coming to play. Probably bringing in these as well. These seem better than our, like, rando dispersals or whatever. But I'm not 100% sure on those. What would I be cutting? Probably just a bunch of things that say X1 on them. Scoot these over here for a second while I think about this. It's been so long since I played it, I actually have to put a little bit of thought into it. I've never been impressed with Spell Pierce in this match either, personally, but that could just be a preference thing. I always feel like my first couple of turns have to be things like Tricksters or whatever. And like if I'm spending my mana early, it feels like they can pay for the Spell Pierces later. So I've never been impressed by Spell Pierce at all. Cool. Sam, who is a much better player than me, agrees with that. I wasn't sure if I was being psychotic saying it or not. I think these are still good enough to play. Pretty sure that's the only changes I'm going to make. I don't know, Entrancing Melody stealing a Steamkin doesn't seem terrible. But probably not good enough. Oh, so you keep the sailors. Are sailors just better than storm tamers then? Okay, I'll try that. That's interesting. I'm definitely not efficient with this deck for sure. Wait. I guess I messed that up. I'll keep. We have an Effort Gust and two mana counter spells. So the pirate counter is better? Yeah, I guess if we put the sailors back in and took the wizards out, that makes sense. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just kind of on autopilot at that point. Well, I drew 4 sideboard cards. I'm sure that'll be enough, right? I played their land before that. Hey, we just put that on bottom. The cheats. If I Effort Gust that strands the Wizard's Lightning in their hand as well. Could just counter it though. We're mono blue kind of controller out, so those are gone now. I'm never going to get to play all my spells this game, so. I still need lands and creatures. Well, step 1. I guess I need to let that resolve. Huh. This one's a little spewy. They put that one on bottom. I think I'd rather just hold up the counter spells. I don't really care about the sailor now. I feel like I'm super far ahead. I was going to Curious Obsession it until I drew more of the things. Guess I don't care about that either. The only thing I'm super worried about is like them baiting me out and then resolving a frenzy. I don't feel like they would have waited 2 additional turns for a frenzy if they had it. I feel like they would have already just played it. But maybe that's just wrong of me by a lot. I don't like some of the decisions I made over those turns. Oh, that can't be counterspelled. These. It's the second red deck wins that I've saw recently that has had Fry in it. None of the builds I tested had Fry. I wonder if this card's good. Well, I mean, I know the card's good, but I wonder if it has a place in the deck. And the card's clearly good. It's just... I don't know, they got 6 mana, maybe they got a big Chandra. Ooh, the red deck went into defense mode. That's a sign of all smiles for us. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have killed our mono reg guy, or pro reg guy, but it would have probably, it would have been really good. This guy was better than Surgemare? Huh. Alright, well, I've already obtained more wins than I expected. So, hoo-ah. The Drake? Yeah, the Drake's been awesome. I played it in a bunch of lists. It can protect you from a burn spell that wins the game or whatever, but it just stalls games so much. Who will play first? Andy Peters. I recognize that name, but I don't know who it is. It's probably Andy Peters, but I don't. I'm saying I don't remember. I don't know why I remember that name. Maybe it's somebody I follow on Twitter and I've just forgotten because that's the type of things that I do. Anytime I see a Sacred Foundry or a Temple, I just assume that they're playing Boros Feather, so if they have a Reckless Rage, I'm going to be very sad. Because don't have anything to protect the Tempest Gen with already. Oh, no. Fine. I'll take a turn off. I don't know whether I'm supposed to or not. I think there's a good chance that I'm not supposed to take that turn off because their deck's like pretty quick. No, it's not End Boss Andy. That attack might have been a little suspect. I thought about leaving a Sailor back to block the Danto just to make them pay for a life, but with all the God's willings and stuff like that, that may just not work out for me. Well, at least that's something I'm moderately unconcerned about. Said moderately, mind you. Ooh. That card's awesome. I definitely need blockers now, I think. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna get another turn. Okay, cool. They didn't have Feather, so we Gucci. I think Drakes are really good here. I'm pretty terrified of a lot of things. Most of their good spells are this, including Reckless Rages, so I want turn 2 counter spells. I just want I want every counter spell I have. I think the games go a little too long for spell pierces. Mm. Tamers feel decent here. Sailors feel a little less so. Am I psychotic for wanting to take out a Curious Obsession? I have to be psychotic for that. Definitely think all of these cards up here could be argued. One mana. Ship. They mulliganed as well. Ooh. Tempted to keep this on the draw. I probably overrate the power of Drake into Obsession, though. 19 lands left in my deck. I need to hit 1 in 2 draw steps. Couldn't bring myself to. Might as well kept the last hand. The last hand was better. Alright, well. Probably should have kept the Wizard's Lightning too, but or Wizard's whatever retort. I don't know what it's called. Want want. Oh, we're in trouble. All right, game 3. Awesome. 7 cards, baby. Just how we drew it up. Just how we drew it up. Want want. I was gonna slam Tempest Gem and not care. That doesn't feel like something I do very often. Just play you. Can't go that wrong, right? If they play Feather, we can still gust it and potentially scatter it on the or capture it on the way back down. If they play anything else other than Adonto, I'm not sure I care. Ugh. Ugh, I say. I say ugh. That changes my plans a lot. Wow, that crushes me pretty hard. Kinda hoping they'll godless this so I can just block this one. Can I take one more hit? I feel like I can take a hit and try to find another land. Land? You're not the land I've always wanted. Pretty sure I'm just playing the Tempest Gen now. I don't really care if they kill it now. Especially if they have to pay 4 life and kill it off to Adonto. Now, if they have like a land, a feather, and something, I'd be upset. This is kind of what I didn't want to happen here. Pretty sure I'm going to try to block. JK, I'm not blocking apparently. This is not even close to lethal, which is a problem. Because they're clearly going to have something now. They're going to have like feather into something. Yeah, wow, they had feather into the perfect. That's a problem. Hmm. What do I do now? Oh, that was brilliant. Do I play around Godless Shrine? Or God's Willing? Probably can't beat God's Willing anyway. Yeah, I can't beat God's Willing or whatever it's called anyway. Because they could just use it on this spell and kill me. Any spell kills me. Any spell that they can play kills me. Oh, they have a shot. Alright. Wait. Yeah. That guy sucks. Mm. Oh well. Don't know if I played that game well. Maybe I attacked too much. Maybe I attacked way too much. I didn't realize this was a pirate or no, not another feather deck. Feather decks seem miserable. We can't really interact with them. This one doesn't have lands though, so I guess we at least have that going for us. Feather match seemed fairly close. We didn't get to play game 2. Did we mulligan game 3 as well? I don't actually remember. Probably don't have 2 shocks. Oh, I forgot to attack. I was just pressing my button too quickly. Good play, Searsus. That's why you're the best. Guess I'm too used to Arena where it gives you the attack step even if you hit the thingy. Alright, well, we've won a game and lost a game by Mana Screw fairly badly so far. Let's go bring all these in. I feel like these aren't very good here. I feel like they block very well. Or our opponents block really well. Probably should cut this one out too. Someone give me a mono blue cyborg guide, Kappa. Let's go. I will pay you with a thank you. I should play on Facebook less. Oh, cool. We've solved this before. We know how it works out for us. Oh, wait. Um, Sand doesn't look very good, but I don't want to go to 5. I'm supposed to just play Trickster there? It feels like I'm supposed to play Trickster there. Almost feels like I was supposed to play Trickster here as well. Oh my. When things stop getting polite and start getting real. Always yes. So, Feather would make me cry. Care not about you, my friend. Beat down the clock? I think I've already missed 4 damage with this Trickster. I feel a lot more confident if they were at 12. Actually, I think that Trickster was probably a bad play at that point. And I probably need it now for stopping a Feather. Yeah, I think I played this whole game bad. Feel like they should be 2 less life right now. Will they just play a Feather? There's a good chance I can't win. Well, I'll rephrase. There's a good chance I'm not favored to win. I can still win. Up to 2 targets. Okay. If I use the Siren Storm Tamer there, they're likely not to attack with the Arcanist this turn. And I want them to attack with it. I think it's worth the price of a dive down, but maybe it's not. Now we're going to need something. We've been in the driver's seat for a while, but we're just not really drawing a lot of spells. So they can kill the trickster now. That's a good draw. That's a better draw. Alright, well, they didn't get to play Magic really out of their game. Three little red decks in a row, though. The MLCS isn't going to be all these little red decks, is it? It's going to be just Scapeshift and stuff, right? I feel like it's going to be just Scapeshift and stuff. Scapeshift, vampires, you know, little Nexus, the usuals. Textbook Worm. Well, we're both down to 6. We keep. What card do we not want? Guess this? I'm just gonna put a dive down on the bottom. Sultai Control. Second time recently I've been paired versus this. I did not know this was really a deck. Get rid of one of our counter spells. Feels like that has to be good. The second one, less so. Awesome, now we have counter spells and a card drawing engine. Card drawing engine that I'll never use because I want to hold up my counter spells, but a card drawing engine. Hmm. So better to draw a card or to cutthroat? Kinda wanna draw a card. Because I have to assume a deck like this is going to have sweepers. And I have to assume they have a pretty good chance of getting to a sweeper. Ooh. Um. So as long as they don't have a land sweeper, I'm okay. I don't care a lot if they have Golden Demise, because it means we still have the Trickster and we get to draw a card, but I'm really just not wanting them to have land Ritual Suit. And they didn't, so I guess we have that going for us. I guess I should draw first. Because if it's a counter spell, I don't want to play this. If it's not a counter spell, I do want to play this. Okay. So it's just a crap ton of spells. Well, um, nope, no new computer. Does it sound different or something? It should be louder because I still have that fan problem. There's just nobody where I live that can fix it. I'd love to get a new computer. But unfortunately, I'm white trash. Crispier and smaller. Smaller? That's weird. It's just odd. I don't understand. I guess I keep this. Doesn't look particularly good though. Kind of want to sideboard this out, but I wasn't confident enough. Fifth land's not where we want to be. Good chance that this isn't going to end well for us. I just realized Narset kind of turns off Curious Obsession for a couple turns. It's interesting. Okay, I'm in. I can protect it from disfigure, so. Oh wow. I can protect it from everything. I guess I'd rather dive down it. I'd rather spell pierce it actually. This is nice. Ritual Suit crushes me, obviously. It's the reason I could have kept the spell pierce, but they're not super popular. Don't think I'm going to play the other Sailor. I'm going to save something in case they do have it. I don't think it changes the clock in a meaningful way. I'm just not going to play anything here either. For a very similar reason. Guess that's fine. Trickster for game. Well, not for game, but you know what I mean. Should have looked for a Trickster. That was bad of me. Actually, maybe it's fine. That the whole plan now? Just slam Crazy after Crazy? That's a good plan. um, how much mana do I need for you? I need 5. Okay. So you have to block both of these. I'll save one with the dive down. I guess it's better to save this one because it can't be Legion's ended. And it attacks for more. Well, we finally get to counterspell the third one and win. 3-1 right now, and I potentially punted the match that I lost, but then again, I won another match because they didn't play lands. One of the games in the match I lost was due to me not playing lands as well. By the way, welcome, Taco. Good to see you always. This deck's doing better than I thought it would. I don't know about easily. We got paired versus 3 reddish decks, and then like that weird Sultai control deck, and no Ceratopses. These games have definitely felt harder than before when I used to call this deck the best deck. So Ilmo CS no more, and I still don't know what to play. I'm going to put a Twitter poll up on what I should play. My poll is now posted. We keep. Oh, what do you know? It is our 3rd feather deck. Hmm. Bad signs. I don't have any way to interact with creatures in the game 1, so anytime they resolve an Arcanist or a Feather, it just feels like they're going to spiral out of control and there's nothing I can really do about it. That may or may not be accurate, but it's how I feel at least. It's like right now, for example, if they just have a removal spell, they could kill 2 creatures. Can't put the Curious Obsessions on, nothing like that. They just play a Feather, I can't even attack on the following turn. It's probably also wrong of me to play Sailor on one instead of playing Siren. So I think I already made a mistake. It feels like I gotta get pretty lucky for this thing to survive now. They have a 2nd removal. I just don't know what I can do now. Like, I feel like I'm already dead. Maybe we can get Scary Terry somehow big enough to matter. Should have played Scary Terry this turn too, shouldn't I? Oh, that's a bad sign if they're shocking. They have something to do with that much mana? Means it's gotta be Feather. Alright, game 2. Um, Yes, the third time I've got paired versus the matchup too. All I'm playing right now, anytime I try to test, is these little red decks, and I honestly don't think I'll get paired versus this many red decks tomorrow. And let's assume that I get to play all 8 rounds tomorrow. I think I'd only play 2 or 3 of them max. So the fact that I'm getting paired versus somewhere between 3 and 4 in most of my leagues is really skewing any testing that I can do. And then when I go over to Arena, I'm getting paired versus a Stone Zero. I'll keep this because of the opt. I didn't expect to have very good results with the mono blue deck though. I can't be too upset. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, it feels like I can't even test based on what I'm getting paired versus. Like, this is just another league, no vampire decks, no Scapeshift decks, no Kefis, no Yarix, just none of that. No Bant Ramp. There has to be more to the format than people playing mountains. It's not like I'm even doing that bad. I'm cashing all of these events. It's just... it's not helping me prepare. Alright. Nice. Hit a land. I sadly need 2 more of them, one desperately next turn. Could have been worse. That is not a land. Probably have to do this, don't I? And hope that we get our land for the following turn. We miss our land next turn, the game's probably over. Game's probably over. Missed again, too. That is what I'm leaning towards, Taco. If it was up to me to make the decision, that's what I would do. But I suppose I'm going to... let's troubleshoot, it's not the right word. I'm going to cloud source it. Is that the right word? Are you a land? You're not a land either, my friend. It's only a 20 land deck. I can't be too upset with that I don't have lands, but... sure it would be nice to play some. Oh, they got a God's Willing too. They have double God Willing. Do we have a chance? Probably not. I guess I could not have a removal spell for Tempest Gen. They do have doubles God's Willing. Alright. So next step is they have to not be able to stop our Tempest Gen, I guess? Not a land again. Awesome. So we're dead next turn. There's nothing we can really do about it. I see no way to make ourselves lethal this turn, so. Casting this Gust just doesn't even do anything, so. They have a removal spell anyway. I guess we're 100% dead. GG. Let's punish ourselves by opening our pity chest. Always have to punish yourself. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with this deck. But again, it could just be the matchups. Like we clearly can't think we're going to do well versus the little mountain decks and 3 feather decks and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to flip on over and probably host Tandy and log offline. I assume Tandy's on. Oh, Tandy is on. Okay, awesome. Can't be on without Tandy. It's the rule. What is this? I have a notification of some kind. Oh, it's a Dota 2 notification. I don't play Dota 2. Okay. Whatever. Take care, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. And, yeah. I'll be back sometime.